My name is Lori. I'm 51 years old and I live in Loveland, Colorado. And last May I was diagnosed with systemic sclerosis or scleroderma. Scleroderma is a rare autoimmune disorder. It is chronic. It can affect the skin and cause skin thickening, and it also affects the internal organs, or can affect the internal organs, as well as joints, muscles. It's just not a fun disease to have.
On the floor of the chicken coop, and here's little Goldilocks. Probably doesn't want to be disturbed right now, do you, little lady? Just a couple of eggs. Thank you, little lady. Thank you very much.
The biggest issues I have with this disease is circulation. My blood vessels are being impacted, and I have another secondary disease called Raynaud's phenomenon, or Raynaud's disease. In cases where Raynaud's is primary, it's not life-threatening, or it's not of a concern. But when it's associated and secondary to another disease like scleroderma, then there is cause for concern, and it has to be closely monitored. Well, when I was diagnosed, my life was thrown into a tailspin. I was relieved because I had finally gotten a diagnosis after 5 years of trying to figure out what was wrong with me, various things going on. But it was nice to have some answers, and on the other hand, I was very sick. And having never heard of this disease, I was very anxious as well and pretty upset. So I wanted to know as much as I could, as I can know about this disease. And at the time, I thought it was a matter of days, weeks, maybe months, and I was going to die. I mean, that's really where I was. I was in a pretty deep, dark place, but I'm feeling better about life now, and I take life as it comes.
What you doing, Loki? What do you think, Loki? Huh? Is it too cold outside today? Cutie? Yeah, Roxy thinks it's too cold too, huh, Roxy? What you doing? Huh? Sweet little Loki. Loki, what you doing, girl? Come here.
The thing about scleroderma is just really hard to diagnose, and it manifests itself differently in each person. So they've been able to categorize it into 3 different categories, I believe now. There's diffuse, limited, and localized. And diffuse comes on suddenly, it's very bad, skin thickening, and they say that if you make it through the first 5 years, your prognosis improves quite a bit. But a lot of people with diffuse don't make it, and they suffer a lot of complications for the rest of their life. And they also have even a higher risk for pulmonary hypertension, heart issues, kidney issues, lung issues. Limited is what I have, and it's actually not as bad as the diffuse in terms of the skin thickening. My doctors have told me that I'm really blessed, I'm really fortunate to not have that, and I probably never will have the skin thickening. But you can develop internal issues, and right now mine are mainly with my circulation and my blood vessels.
What Roxy loves doing more than anything, hunting. Isn't that right, Roxy girl? Huh? What'd you find? There's Loki, the escape artist. She's trying to figure her way out of here. But she has on a shock collar. We have an electric fence
all over this place because of her. Thank you to her. Hello, Kai. Huh, girl? Where you at, girl? Huh? I first learned about having an autoimmune disorder in early May of this year after returning home from a trip to visit family in Utah and in Arizona. I'd been experiencing Raynaud's phenomenon since early 2011, which is more than likely the onset.
You guys are so good. Oh.
Raynaud's is present in about 90% of scleroderma patients and is usually the first sign of the disease. It causes decreased circulation, cold, numbness, and ulcers in hands and in the feet. And that's usually when exposed to cold or when under stress. And in my case, that's both. I had complained about these symptoms to my former doctor each year during my annual exams, but she told me it was perfectly normal for women my age and not to worry about it. Each winter, I noticed that the Raynaud symptoms were worsening, but never before had I experienced ulcers on my fingers until I arrived in Arizona for my family vacation last May.
The chicken open a couple of times, then put the seasoning on. Max should be home pretty soon. To be a citrusy fruit. So, squeeze lemon.
I'm a musician, and I noticed on the trip that it was painful to play my guitar. And at first I thought I might just have a callus that was irritated, but by the time I returned home, I had developed a very painful ulcer on my left index finger that was worsening by the day. It was a weekend and I just decided to go and have it checked out because I was concerned. So I went to the ER and showed him my finger, explained my other symptoms, which included joint and muscle pain, heartburn, fatigue, rashes, colds, chronic coughing, shortness of breath. I was experiencing it all at the time, and the ER doctor immediately referred me to a different primary care physician who ordered specific blood tests.
Hey, Ragnar, go get it. Roxy, no. Roxy, no. Roxy, you're spoiling the game. Roxy, you're spoiling the game. Put it down. Roxy! Put that down right now.
Most of my tests came back normal, with one exception, and that was the ANA, or anti-nuclear antibody test. It came back positive. So my new physician explained that I have an autoimmune disease, and she referred me to a rheumatologist for further evaluation. So scleroderma has impacted my life in such a way that I cannot hold down a full-time job anymore. My husband and I have owned a business together for years, and I am no longer involved in that. What scleroderma has done for me is it's really helped me realize my passions and what I want to do. And granted, I'm limited in terms of how much time I can spend on it each day, but I do have an opportunity to do that now, and that's a blessing. I think the most devastating thing for me is the fact that I cannot play my guitar anymore. I can't play my fiddle. My husband just bought me a beautiful new violin for Christmas last year, and I was playing it quite a bit, and I can't play it anymore, or right now, I'll say. I have found a way around things. I do play the keyboard,
now, and I'm pretty good at it. It does hurt my body, so I'm limited to how long I can play. But I also, just the videos is really my passion. And taking music and taking images and video and creating something is so fun. And it's also, the icing on the cake is when you can make somebody else happy. So that's really what I love to do, and that's where I'm going to focus now. Well, my passion is music, and what I've discovered along the way, now that I can't perform, is that music can still be a huge part of my life. I am now creating videos, and I have very limited resources available, but I have found a way to make it all work. And I'm starting a business called The Singing Song Lady. And The Singing Song Lady is me. And I write songs, I write jingles, and I produce videos for businesses or for individuals to honor someone, a business to maybe promote it. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. You should check it out. Well, my top priority with this video is scleroderma awareness. I want people to be aware of this disease. There are so many who go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed because doctors and the medical profession is not aware of scleroderma. There's just not enough education out there available. The other thing that I would ask is that people pray for not only scleroderma, but other autoimmune diseases, because they are so debilitating and so mean and disruptive to people's lives and families. So I would encourage you to pray for a cure, and just pray for all people with autoimmune to find relief and that peace in our Savior. I don't know what I'd do without my faith. I don't know where I'd be, because God is really the only place at the end of the day I can turn to, and I know He's not going to let me down. I know that He's going to be there no matter what, and I know He has a purpose for this in my life, and so I just have to keep focused on the positive things and trust my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so part of fighting a battle means getting involved, and I've recently joined the Rocky Mountain chapter of the Scleroderma Foundation, and I participated in the Stepping Out to Cure Scleroderma Walk last September, and I had many friends and family come and support me, and that meant a lot to me. So the videos that I'm producing for the video drop program, which you can read about on my website, thesingingsonglady.com, they're $50, and they're pretty nice videos. They're professionally done, and the price goes up from there. So basically $50 a minute, or if you want me to do videotaping or to provide the graphics, then it's usually about $100 a minute. but for every dollar that I take in, I'm giving 10 cents back to the Scleroderma Foundation. Well, every day is a new challenge with scleroderma, and it brings a new discovery too. Just when I think I've conquered a mountain and I'm headed down the other side, then I can see another mountain in front of me. And that just means I have to conquer that mountain too. But I'm learning what to look for along the way and how to prepare myself better, and just how to change my lifestyle to accommodate so I can still have a good quality life. And I'm slowly gaining the wisdom to be an overcomer. And that's what Jesus said, right? In this world you will have troubles, but take heart, for I have overcome the world. Yeah, I'm an overcomer. Hi, and thank you for watching. This video was my way of helping to make a difference, and I hope that it did. And I hope you'll consider purchasing a video. Go to my website, thesingingsonglady.com, and see what I have to offer. And just keep in mind that these dollars help support the Scleroderma Foundation, and they also help me live out my purpose in life and to really feel like I'm contributing and giving back. So thank you very much for watching, and God bless you.